In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to manage discounts, which are gift cards or credit cards that maybe you use to purchase items from your sources that you sell on eBay. We do this through a tool inside rivalripper.com. So this is a bit of an advanced feature for dropshippers. We use it. We do have a few dropshipping accounts, and so sometimes we use gift cards that we get online, and we need a way to track those. So we created a tool for ourselves to be able to track our discounts and apply them to our orders, so that we can get anywhere from a couple percent up to 20% off, depending on the gift cards. So in order to do that, you're going to see it on your orders. So I'm looking at my orders page here, which I'm able to get to on the left over here under the shopping cart, and then orders. And so if I just look at this order right here, this most recent order, if I click on this progress pop-up, you're going to see the source. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If I click on this little search, I'm going to have a select box, and I haven't created any sources yet, so there's nothing for me to select. I'm going to show you how to create a source and then how to create a discount so that you can track it. So we're going to have our source there. Our inventory cost, this is how much it cost you before the discount. So this item cost me $85.58 at TRU, which is short for Toys R Us. So we got this item from Toys R Us for $85, and we're selling it for more than that. But we also used a gift card, which gave us probably 5% off, which is what we want to track. And then our source order ID, this is the actual order of our receipt that we got from Toys R Us, so we can track that. And then if I did use a gift card, it would say the percent off. So the first thing I want to do is go over here on the left under orders and go to sources. And then you only have to do this once for your sources. So you can put as much or as little information as you want in here. We don't look at this information. It's encrypted in the database. I don't really care about your sources. We use this on our own accounts to keep track of where we purchase stuff and whether or not it's profitable. So for a source, I'm just going to use, let's say we buy a bunch of stuff from, a sale at Toys R Us. Toys R Us business website, www.toysrus.com. Short name. So this is kind of going with your SKU. So like when we create new listings and we're using a dropshipping source, we like to put our dropshipping source as like an acronym in our SKU. So I'm going to say TRU is short, and then for our SKU pattern it would be TRU underscore, and then that's your pattern, because your SKUs on your products are going to be something like TRU 1 2 3 4 5 6 or ABC 1 2 3, whatever your, however you name your products, or however you're identifying your products from your source. Typically they have their own product IDs, and then you just append your product ID to your SKU, and then you'll know it's from Toys R Us and you know what ID it is. That's how we do it. So your SKU pattern's TRU underscore, and then you can put phone number, email, contact information, fulfillment policy. You can put notes in here in case you want to. Basically, the reason we have this in here is because we have employees, and so our employees use the notes that are in here to handle returns and fulfillment. So they can log into our Rival Ripper account and then process orders and handle returns for us. And I'm the lead developer for Rival Ripper, so I can spend my time working on that instead of having to fulfill orders all day, which is super handy, super useful. All right, so all I'm going to fill out here is just the top 4 up here, just so I can get a SKU pattern created. So it'll save it. It'll show it here what you have. If you want to create another one, you can. So now we have a source, and now I want to create an actual discount. So I had a test in here. It's not being used, so I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to create a new discount. So we don't store PIN numbers in here. We do put the card numbers in there, but the card number is basically useless if you don't have the PIN number. So just make sure you don't put your PIN numbers anywhere inside Rival Ripper. the only people seeing them is us, and we don't want your PIN numbers. So just keep your own PIN numbers in your own Excel sheet somewhere, and let if you have employees like we do, that's how we do it. We put our card number and PIN number in a sheet, and then let our employees access the PIN numbers that way. But if you put your card number in here, whatever if it's a gift card or a prepaid credit card, or whatever it is, just 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then here's where your source is. So to Toys R Us. It's basically a Toys R Us gift card I purchased from, I don't know, what's a big gift card site like Raise.com or something. And then my order from Raise.com was R123456. So if I have any problems with this card, trying to process it on an order, I can call up Raise.com and look up this ID number and complain and say, what's going on? Why don't I have any money left on this card? I didn't use it yet. So let's say the value is $100. That's me $95. This will be automatically filled out. $5 off, 5% off. Now, as you use the card, which I'm going to show you here in a second how to apply it to an order, the information will show up down here, the transaction history. So if I use it on 5 orders, this stuff's going to get filled in later. So I'll show you how that works here in a second. So if you want the card to not show up when you're applying it to orders, so let's say you have 100 cards in here and you found out that this one was missing $50, you can just mark it missing. So I'm going to do that right now when I'm setting it up. And I can show you what happens. So I'm not going to fill out any of this. If you want to add notes, you can. My name is Kyle, so Kyle, and then just add the note and hit save. So here's my new card. The source is Toys R Us. It was created today. Here's the card number. Here's where it was purchased from. Here's the order ID that when I purchased it, how much it's worth, how much it cost me, the % off and the dollar off. And this is the remaining balance on the card. I haven't used it yet, so it has a full $100 left. And whether or not it's empty or balance. I guess when you create the card, it doesn't let you mark it missing. So if I go in here and mark it missing now, and then go back to discounts, so see now it says true, so it's missing money. So because I marked this true, it's not going to show up on the order management panel, and I won't be able to use it. But it will show up in here, up on the top. So it says, if I click missing, it'll show me all the cards that have missing balances. It also show me the cards that have empty balances, which means they were used up, or that I marked them empty. As they're used up with actual orders, this will automatically get checked. So right now this is a brand new card, so I want to make sure those are not checked, and hit save. There's my note from earlier with the date stamp. And then if you want to mark this open or waiting, like you have issues, you can, similar to our messaging system and order system. So I'm going to go back to the discounts page. Here is my discount. If I need to delete it, I can. And it's going to give me my total balance that's available. And it's calculating my average order costs from my orders page. So I can kind of use that to gauge how much money I need. So like if I'm using gift cards for all my orders, this is going to say average order cost and then average orders per day, and it's going to tell me how much money I have left in my balance down here across all my cards, and then how many days I'm going to use that up. So if I had $1,000 and I was spending, my orders were $100 a day, I'd have 10 days left until my balance reached zero if I was using up $100 of cards. So that's helpful to, you can monitor, see how much money you have left, and then keep up with purchasing new gift cards. So now I'm going to show you how to apply the gift card to an order. So if I go to these orders here, and I'll just go to this recent one, this item came from Toys R Us, so okay. So inventory source is TRU. If your SKU number has TRU in it, so TRU underscore is in your SKU when you set up the listing, and when the order comes in, this will automatically be filled out. It will already tell you it's from Toys R Us. So if you need to select it manually, you can just click here, and now I have TRU as an option. So I can just hit save. And so then the next option is cost. Your cost should be coming from your listings as well when you set them up. If you are new, then you can use the import tool, and there's a tutorial on how to use the import tool to import your costs, so that when your order comes in, it'll show you the actual cost here, which calculates this revenue, profit, ROI stuff. It's important to understand where you are in your business and make sure you're not losing money. Because a lot of people on eBay are losing money and they don't even know. So if I want to apply this discount, click this little credit card thing, and it's going to show a drop down of your cards. So if my cost was more than $100 and I had more than one card, I could use auto suggest and it would show me like 4 or 5 cards to use on one order. But since I only have one, I can auto suggest and it's just going to show me one card. So auto suggest is gonna like this would have more rows. So if it was a $400 order and I had 4 cards for $100, it's going to show 4 cards, and then I need to apply this number and this amount on my order on wherever my source is. So if I'm ordering this from Toys R Us, then I would do it on Toys R Us. If I was ordering it from wherever, then use it on that site. So to actually apply it, you can just, if it's just one, you can just click select and it automatically selects it and puts the number in there, and then you can just apply it and it shows it up. So I used $85.58 from this gift card on this date, and it was on this order. So the tricky part is here is kind of a catch-22 when you have multiple cards and you use the auto suggest. So like if I save this here, it automatically figures out there's, I used 5% and I can save it. So now see my profit went up because I applied a gift card to the order. But in order to use the auto suggest or to use this page, there's no way to apply the discount until you have an actual order ID. So the process is sort of, you get your order comes in, you go in here and you find out what the source is, then you go to your source and look up the SKU for the item that they ordered and look up the item on your source, and then add the item to your shopping cart at your source and start to check out, and then come in here and make sure your costs and everything lines up with whatever it is online, and then enter that in here if it's different. And then you'll want to look for some gift cards to apply to your order. I'm going to delete this one because we're starting over. So let's say I don't have order ID in here yet because it's new. So I'm going to hit save. So since this is a new order, I'm going to come in here and click on the progress, and I don't have an order ID. So I'm going to click on here to find some gift cards to use. I'm going to select auto suggest, and you want to keep this panel up. You might even want to copy and paste this. So do like something like that, and then just copy it and paste it into like a text editor or something, just so you have a copy of it, and then you'll go over to your source and use this card for this amount, and then if you have more cards listed in a row here, you would use each card and then whatever the amount is, and then place the order on your source, and then your source is going to give you a receipt number or a order number. And before you can save all these discounts and apply them to your eBay order here to get the correct profit amounts, you have to enter in the order ID. So that's the catch-22 I was talking about. Paste that in here. There's my order ID. Add it. So now it's saved, and then I can just add all discounts. So it's going to add all the discounts that are right here above this. So boom, it just added it. So now I hit save. It's got my percent, it's got my order ID, it's got my cost before the discount, and then my percent off is 5%. So then when it calculates that, I can look at the profit here. And you can see I sold the item for $121 plus $7 sales tax. Buyer paid me $128. I paid $10.94 in eBay final value fees, $4.04 in PayPal fees. My cost of goods before the discount was $85.58. With 5% off from the gift card, I saved $4.28. So my final cost was actually $81.30 for a total profit of $32.53 and 40% return on profit or return on investment. So that's how the discount and sources work in here. Again, this is basically for dropshippers, or if you have a weird business model where you're using prepaid gift cards or anything like that, you can use this feature if you want. So that's all there is to it. These stats, once you update them, will also show up on the dashboard. So you'll have correct profit margins, and you'll know exactly where you stand. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.